Hey Renter Retires, it's Adam Schroeder. Today we're going to talk about why you need to listen to your properties. Alright, before we get started with today's video, let me remind everybody, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the notifications bell. Don't miss out on any of the videos we put out as we try to make you the best possible investor you can be. Really appreciate the time you've all been spending educating yourselves and getting you to the point where you feel comfortable investing in real estate. It's been great talking with all of you. Really look forward to continuing to do so. And as always, at the end, if you have any questions or any comments, please leave them in the comments below and we will get to them as soon as possible. And if there's any other videos you want, you can feel free to leave it in the comments below and we will get to it as well. So I talked at the beginning, I said, we're going to talk about listening to your properties. And I know that sounds a little hippy-dippy, a little crazy, but it is important. Your properties will start telling you things. When you look at them and you view how they're returning, what they're doing for you, they will start to tell you things and let you know what they need to have done. This could be something simple, like, hey, it's time to do a 1031 exchange. It could be something simpler, like, hey, it's time to sell. Or it could be, hey, it's time to increase the rent, or it's time to find a new property manager, or it's time to find a new maintenance person, depending on what keeps breaking. But it's important to listen to your properties. It sounds weird, I fully admit that. But what you need to do is when you're tracking your expenses and your equity growth, pay attention. You're going to be paying down your principal every month. Your property is going to be appreciating or depreciating every month, every year. You need to be tracking these things. Your repairs are going to either be happening or not be happening. It is important for you to pay attention to your property because look, there will be times where you will have a property that is just continually breaking down. And sometimes you may not even realize it because maybe it's just little things, $100 here, $100 there, $150 here, $100 there. And they're not expenses that are high enough for the property manager to have to tell you about, but they still come out of your wallet. So you still need to pay attention. So you need to be tracking these things so you can know when your property is telling you it's time to do something with it. Your property is not going to say, hey, Adam, I've got $50,000 in equity now. It's time for you to do it. They're not going to send you an email or a text message saying to do that. But it will be there saying, hey, I've got the money. If you just come look at me, I'll tell you what needs to be done. I know this is sounding a little crazy, but your properties really will communicate with you and they will tell you when it's time to sell or when it's time to do a 1031 exchange or when it's time to do a cash out refi. Because when you look at it, when is it going to be a time to sell? It's going to be a time to sell and do a 1031 exchange if you're getting to the point where your major systems are coming up on needing to be overhauled and you have the equity buildup and principal pay down. It's going to be time to do a cash out refinance potentially whenever you have the same equity position, but maybe you have a longer lifespan left on your systems. So it makes more sense to hold on to this cash flowing property that's not having repair issues. But maybe you're at a position where things just keep going wrong with the house. Little repairs just keep coming up and maybe your appreciation isn't that great. Maybe your equity pay down hasn't been as much as you wanted, but your property is telling you, hey, things are going wrong. It's time to get out. It's time to sell because you need to be looking at this as, is my property performing the way I want it to? Or am I just holding on to this because it looked like a good investment when I started and I don't want to give up and throw in the towel? It's very important for you to be actively following this because your properties, as I mentioned before, are telling you things every single month. If you're in a market and it's a continuous fight to get your tenants to pay on time, every month you're wondering, are they paying late? Are they paying on time? Are they paying? And you've got maybe 2 or 3 properties in that market and you realize it's a headache. Those properties are telling you this may not be the best market for you. Maybe it's time to look at something else. Maybe it's time to expand into a different market and get rid of these headaches. Or maybe it's telling you, hey, check on your property manager because there shouldn't be this many repairs happening on this turnkey property? Or, you know, hey, you just replaced that a year ago. Why are they having to redo it? You know, you need to be looking at these things and seeing what's happening inside your property so you know how to best respond to your property. I'm hoping it wasn't too weird for you whenever I say this, but you need to be looking and seeing what your properties are doing, what is consistently happening with them. Because if you have a property that tenants are paying on time, repairs aren't needing to be done, and it's a solid neighborhood, your property is saying, hey, kick back, relax, enjoy the profits. You know, if you've got repairs coming up and you've got tenants having trouble paying the rent, your property is sitting there saying, you know what? Wasn't the solid investment you thought? Maybe it's time to get rid of me. Hand me over to the owner occupied who wants to live in this place. And maybe that's your tenant and you can sell to them. I don't know. But your properties are constantly telling you good and bad. Listen to them. I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, please click the like button. Let us know that it was. Really appreciate the time you're spending with me as we educate ourselves along the real estate investing journey. Once again, check us out at renttoretirement.com. That's renttoretirement.com. Really appreciate you watching the videos. You can reach out to us there through the website, schedule a consultation. We'll talk with you about what you're doing investing, where you want to go, and how we can best help you get there. We can connect you with any real estate professional that you need along your journey if you're already going and you need some help. Renttoretirement.com. Check us out. Really appreciate you spending time with us. You can see our inventory there on the website, or you can go to renttoretirement.com/hotlist and get our inventory sent to your phone. It's not quite as up to date as the active inventory sheet on the website, but if you don't want to be looking at it every day, that's the way to go. So check us out at renttoretirement.com. We'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching the Rent to Retirement YouTube channel. Check out some of our other videos, like this one, or this one here.